It's Alex here, and on today's episode of the YaBonks Show, just kidding, this is DeFi, money, and everything else with YaBonks, Austin Clark, and EAM Crypto, who are not here today. They are doing family things for Thanksgiving and could not make the live stream today. So I am going to be running the show by myself and doing the best I can talking to myself. So hopefully some of you pop in the chat and say hello and let me know what's going on with you guys. How's your Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know this is a United States based holiday. However, I think it's good for everybody to give thanks for what they have in their lives, all, the blessings that we have, even if it's just the ability to perceive this experience we call life. So, give thanks. It's something I try to practice every day, especially when I am in a negative thinking rut and be thinking of all the things I'm grateful for and thankful for oftentimes helps jolt me out of negative feedback loops in my thought cycles and puts me back onto a positive spin. So with that being said, happy Thanksgiving everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you're watching this later, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of your support. If you've been following me on social media, you would know that one of our animals here at the animal sanctuary had a very serious medical scare last night. I have been up all night. I slept 0 minutes and I was in the emergency animal hospital from about 3 a.m. until probably noon, and then have been reintegrating the animal. That animal was my first rescue ever, by the way. When I was 19 years old, I rescued a cat named Precious that was left on the doorstep of one of my friends, and me and my college roommates adopted this cat and her brother. And throughout the years, this cat, was kind of passed around to whoever could take her at that point in their life. And I have had her now for like 8 or 9 years straight. She's my best friend. She's been there from ages 19 to 34 with me. And last night she was vomiting or coughing up like white foam with a little bit of blood in it and was panting really hard, having a hard time breathing. It was super scary. And I hope nobody has to experience that. And that went on for far too long. I thought I was going to lose her last night. We got her to the emergency animal hospital, of course, at like 3 a.m. on a holiday. That's how it always goes at the animal sanctuary. And luckily, they were able to get oxygen to her and to sedate her. And she eventually calmed down, started breathing normally again, and stopped coughing and coughing up blood, which they think was from her just lacerating her esophagus from coughing so much. We don't know if it was a blockage or what. We got x-rays and blood work, and everything looks great health-wise for her. So they're thinking she may have aspirated on something or had a blockage, and she's doing okay now. She's still a little bit sedated, and we've just been getting fluids into her and things like that. So that's super scary. If the vet bill was, of course, ginormous, as usual. So I am going to be hustling my hardest out here to do AMAs and get donations and generate more revenue streams to continue supporting the animal sanctuary and, my life and my wife's life. And, this is basically all we do is the animal sanctuary work and rescue as many animals as we can, no matter what the cost. So if you guys do want to donate and help out with that, it was like a $800 vet bill last night. I put donation addresses in the description. I'm not the best at soliciting for donations, but I do run a nonprofit animal sanctuary, so I have to do this from time to time and fundraise because this is all charity driven, mainly through my wife and my work. So there's a Bitcoin address and an EVM compatible, like Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, those kind of things, address in the description below. Anything you could donate would be super grateful. I also have a buy me a coffee thing down in the description if you want to donate with PayPal or a credit card. And also join my YouTube membership. And I have 2 levels, and I've even included one that will get you into my private Discord server that a lot of you have been asking me about and trying to get into. But really, it's a very closed kind of elite group that I have handpicked. But I am opening it up to the general public. There's a lot of awesome trading that goes on in there TA-wise. A lot of people making money in there. Not financial advice. It's just a club. But a lot of cat memes, animal memes, stuff like that. So anyway, that's just what's been going on with me. If you've been following on Twitter and Discord and Telegram. Now, I see a bunch of you jumping in the comments here. Cup of Craft, thanks for joining, man. Longtime supporter. He said, shout out for the minting of Phoenix NFT on Polygon. That's awesome. I did not know that, so I will have to check that one out. I'm just getting caught up and up to speed with everything since I've been AFK for probably 24 or 48 hours dealing with animal sanctuary stuff. And love you too, buddy. Thank you. Suzanne, hey, how's it going? Good to see you too. Happy Thanksgiving. Who else we got? Streffen Ged, hello to you as well. Thank you, Suzanne. I did have a nice Thanksgiving with my wife. I took a day off yesterday. I never take days off. I work 7 days a week, but on this DeFi YouTube business. And I actually did take a day off yesterday to do property maintenance on the animal sanctuary that was long overdue. So I decided to step away from the computer and the camera for a little bit to go clear a section of the jungle to open up a part of a pasture for some of the animals. And, I got cuts all over me, and it felt good to really just wreck my body, get some fresh air and sunshine, and put my muscles to use. And I did it all day, and I'm hurting now, but it was so worth it. It had to get done, and I needed to touch grass. Thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, it's been a rough past 24 hours or so with the medical emergency on the sanctuary. I was, in a little chair in a waiting room in an animal hospital for like 12 hours, freaking out. Yeah, Precious, she's my best friend. I love that cat so much. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining again. Unfortunately, like I said, Austin Clark and Enrique couldn't make it today. They are with their families right now doing special things. So I told them I would take the reins and talk to myself and anybody who hops in here on the comments. I will gladly answer any questions you have, shoot the breeze with you, and talk about what's going on in crypto and DeFi. I'm in a much better space than I was just a couple hours ago. Now that our rescue cat, one of my one of my best friends since I was a 19-year-old, 15 years. She's all right now. So, close call, big scare there. Now we just gotta make some money and try to pay off the credit card bill that we put that giant expense on. That is just the way the nonprofit animal sanctuaries. It's literally a very non-profitable organization. If you guys ever run, if you guys have ever run a nonprofit or worked for one, you know that nonprofits are not profitable, and you got to fundraise donations to fund everything. And that is why I work so much with my wife. And we love it, though. It's our life's mission to alleviate as much suffering from animals in need that are in terrible situations, and to give them a just heavenly life out here in the beautiful green pastures and jungles of Florida. So, all right, enough about me and my crazy Thanksgiving. Hey, Bachman, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. So the crypto markets have been interesting. Bitcoin's about $16,500 approximately, and it has been chopping around this level for the past few days. We had a big dip in Ethereum. Ethereum's about $1,200 right now, and a few things are pumping though. Regardless, like BNB is over $300 again, which is awesome and news for me because some of my that's the moon back there. I try not to be a moon boy, but I do hold some moon bags that I am hoping go parabolic in the bull market. And 3 of my biggest moon bags are paired with BNB, and they are on the BNB smart chain. Those would be MDB, which you probably saw I recently did an AMA with, Coyote protocol, which they were on the show last week. We had Ash and Ashley. Ash, one of the founders, Ashley, a community member, Simon, one of the team members who sells the nodes, and Tom, the community manager. Great people, awesome. And we had James Pelton and Sean Clark, Good Day Crypto. Go follow them on YouTube. They were there too. It was a blast. Great episode. One of my favorite episodes to date. And anyway, so Coyote is one of my moon bags, and they're on Binance Smart Chain, and they're going to be moving off of that and growing and expanding out from there. And then my other moon bag is Drip. And Drip is highly controversial, obviously, and I am not a Drip moon boy or zealot. I try to keep it very realistic. It is a super degen gamble play that has been hurting lately. That price has just been down. We got down to $1.39 on Drip, and then it kind of bounced after the Forex AMA about Drip, and it went up to like $2.10 or so, and now it's back down like $1.70 something. So I have been trying to do some risk management myself. I have not claimed any Drip for myself. I've just been compounding and doing airdrops to my team, and I need to recoup some of that cost. So I've been claiming and selling some Drip the past week or so for the first time, and I've probably gotten back like $100 out of like the 5,000 plus I've put into it, just to, offset that pain a little bit, even though, because it's just going down. I don't know if it's, I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. If I do see trend reversal, I might start DCAing a little bit more into it, but I have not seen adequate signs of that yet. And there is like there's like 1.5 million Drip in wallet still, waiting to be offloaded, most likely. So I'm watching that on the analytics websites. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's great for all sorts of different protocols, and you can make your own analytics dashboards. Many of you have probably seen this. It's called Dune.com. Let me open this up. So here's Dune.com. Very awesome website. And if you can see here, we've got almost 1,585,000 Drip or so in wallets still. So people have just been accumulating at these low prices, waiting for the price to go up to then sell. And you can see here, Drip in wallets went parabolic back in May, peak here in about the 1st of November. And then we've had this crazy sell-off since then. And then people accumulate a little bit. So anyway, watch that. It's very telling. And I hope it turns around soon because I have way too much money in there. And I would like to at least ROI. Now, speaking of Drip-like projects, many of you probably heard that Furio made some changes recently. I've only heard through the grapevine from members in my private Discord server, which you can join now. If you click the join button on YouTube and you do the second membership level, that will get you a role that gets you into the private Discord server. I'm still working out how all of that works in terms of like the roles and set up the Discord server and everything. But the Discord server's been live for like, I don't know, 6-7 months, and it's awesome. There's like 180, 200 very influential DeFi players in that Discord server. People you probably know, very large YouTubers, very cool people, big project owners running large projects. Basically, every project owner that I've done work with on my channel, they're in there posting updates about their projects, giving alpha, and like letting people know of things maybe a little early. Thank you guys for that. And then also cool people from the DeFi community and at large that I have had personal relationships and correspondence with through like DMs, video calls, and after talking with people for weeks and months, if they seem like a decent person to me, then I, in rare cases, would extend them an invite to my Discord server. So it's really an exemplary set of people in there in terms of quality and caliber, and not only like money, but just like decent folks. And there's also TA in there. Enrique, as you know, EAM crypto, he's like the TA guru. Austin Clark, he's getting really good at TA lately. He's been studying nonstop. You can watch his live streams every morning now. He's like live trading. And EAM crypto is posting his morning videos of him trading and his plays and setups. EAM crypto posts his plays in the TA expert channel in my Discord server. So if you didn't know that, a lot of people have basically been watching his trades and copying them and doing pretty good. Not financial advice, right? This is not a call group or anything like that. We're all just it's a club, and we're talking about how we're making money out here. And EAM crypto and Let's Go Brando, also a brilliant TA strategist and trader. They are both in there talking about their different strategies, and like the amount of money Enrique has made over the past couple months in this bear market trading is insane. I won't say the numbers because that's his personal business, but this dude's he's a real shark when it comes to TA trading, crypto, and DeFi. He's super methodical and balanced and disciplined, and he kills it. His win to lose ratio is just insane. He wins a lot and he wins big. Obviously, anything can happen. He could be on a big luck streak, but I've been watching him long enough to know there's so much method to his madness. And I really need to start live trading with Austin using EAM's TA strategies and calls and just having fun doing that using low leverage to see if I can't make some extra income to help sustain the animal sanctuary and all that. But again, there's so much risk, you can get wrecked. So I would, for me, being able to like be handheld by Enrique with his very methodical and disciplined trading strategies is very appealing to me because, as you guys know, I'm a gambler degen, very impulsive, and that makes trading for me, even when I have a plan and even when I've read many TA books and trading books, and I've been day trading and swing trading since I was 18 years old, and I've done everything from stocks to Forex to options, binary calls. I mean, you name it, I've tried it. Leverage, crypto. I've programmed my own trading bots. I've used dozens of different trading bot platforms, and I get FOMO and I chase candles. I can't help it. Even if like I'll do a setup, I'll see a play, I'll research so much and execute, and I'll get a win. My confidence goes through the roof. I get that dopamine boost, and then I'm addicted, and I just like, I need to stop trading at 10 a.m. like they say, but I don't. And I try to trade into the lunch, and by lunchtime, I'm in the negative after I was up a bunch. And then I'm like, I got to stop. And then, yeah. Anyway, so EAM crypto, Enrique, follow him on YouTube, and Austin Clark, follow him on YouTube if you aren't already. They both post live trading videos almost daily, and they're both in my Discord server, and they post their calls and their analysis in there. It's awesome information. So please, use it, that information to help you make informed decisions. It's not financial advice. Obviously, nothing is ever financial advice. I'm just some random dude who loves animals and crypto, right? And I'm trying to figure things out the best I can and learn as I go and meet a bunch of cool people like you who is watching. DM me, check out my public Telegram channel, link in the description. That's been also running for months now. We're almost to 200 members. It's a very cool place. Awesome people in there. We post a lot of good information. Dirk. Oh man, Dirk's one of my favorite people in crypto. I don't know if you guys know Dirk. If you don't, I think he's on Twitter. I know he is actually. Go follow him on Twitter. Say hi to Dirk. He's a good guy. Yes, let's keep up with the alpha sharing. Absolutely. And I've got a bunch of alpha on some projects right now. If you're like finger on the pulse of these projects, you already know probably from the announcements, but a lot of you might not know in general some big things that have happened in our little circle of DeFi recently. Suzanne just donated via Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you, Suzanne. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's going to be extremely helpful and impactful. And I thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are the best. Let's see. Suzanne said, by the way, you have to listen to today's Coyote AMA. So many bullish nuggets of information in there. Yeah, I heard that actually. A few people in my Discord server were talking about how awesome their AMA was today. So I will add that to my to listen playlist, and I'll throw it on next time I'm out doing animal sanctuary work. I like to throw on videos and learn as I'm working with my hands. It's a great way to compound my time and do two beneficial things at once. It's an amazing space. Awesome. Yeah, Coyote's been blowing up on Twitter. I know they rebranded lately and are now a green K instead of the purple. I love the purple though, but I'll get used to the green K. So I guess it's just getting used to the change, really. Coyote is one of my best positions right now, by the way, just to give you guys an update. If you've been following my positions, I think I put in like $2,700 back before they started their like regenesis phase as they're building out their decks. And I went from 2,700 and I'm between 10 and 12 or $13,000 now. So I've like 4 or 5x'd on Coyote, and I could sell on the OTC platform if I wanted to. I think the listings generally take like a day or so for the OTC transactions to go through, and they often buy the floor of all of the sell listings from time to time. And so if I wanted to, I could sell at a major gain, but I'm actually holding out for the diamond hand party that everybody's been talking about since the beginning. I would love to meet all these people in real life. And in order to qualify, you have to have not sold any. And I am great at hodling, whether for good or bad. And so I'm going to hold on to those basically until they launch their layer 1 blockchain. In a couple more months. That's what they're Accubits. And once that goes live and they've got their own layer 1 blockchain that acts as like a carbon credit liquidity bridge between all of their dexes and, all that stuff, it's going to be nuts. And I'm hoping that, the price when they launch that layer 1 blockchain is going to be 33 cents. And it's strategically calculated, as you know, because they've moved to an OTC model with a month-by-month depreciation method to balance out the rebasing that's happening at that same time. And at 33 cents is when the layer 1 blockchain should be launching. and then it stops being inflationary. The rebasing stops, and at that point, the Coyote token is going to be used for gas and governance and all that stuff, and those could be, I'm hoping, worth a lot. Not financial advice, not trying to be a moon boy. I have a very big bias here, obviously, right? So I want you to know my conflicts of interest and biases. I got a huge bag, for me at least, like $10,000 or so that I'm not selling, and I'm hoping one day it'll be worth like $100,000. That would be life changing for me, especially if this bull market comes around and that thing takes off. That'd be awesome. Now, other cool things going on: the Frozen Walrus project called Walrus Anglers Club NFTs. You guys probably heard about it if you follow me and my channel. I did an awesome AMA with one of my favorite people out here, Lame Hillbilly, aka Austin. Not Austin Clark, different Austin. Lame Hillbilly is a super cool guy, really genuine and transparent, and just he likes to keep it real. The kind of person, the kind of person I enjoy out in this space full of like fraud and deceit. It's nice to talk to somebody who means well and is trying their best to do something cool. And anyway, Walrus Anglers Club Phase 2 minting has now begun. And at the end of this live stream, I will be doing the giveaway contest drawing for the winner of the NFT that I put up. If you guys remember, let me see if I can find that picture of the NFT I'm giving away. He's a beautiful NFT. His yeah, here we go. Yeah. Here, let me share my screen. Look at that big, beautiful walrus. He's got a giant blade, and his nose is pierced, and he is a character, that's for sure. He's up for grabs. Now, Phase 2 minting for Walrus Anglers Club NFTs is going for $125 a piece, I believe. And they give you exposure to Kadena hashing power, and also I think CKB or Litecoin. I think they had a vote going on. I got to follow up on that. But you'll be getting not only Kadena, but another token as well, potentially two, because Litecoin and Dogecoin, you can like dual mine those. And anyway, that is going to be a cool project, and they actually teamed up, maybe thanks to YaBonks here, with Ace Miners NFT. And if you saw my AMA with Ace Miners, you would know about Zara and AJ and their awesome project called Ace Miners. And like Zara is like super hardcore, like super into ASIC mining. She actually runs a large ASIC distributorship, and she has relationships with people all over the world in this business. So she's a fantastic connection in this space. And she also runs her own hydro-powered mining facility that she can lease out to other projects to save them infrastructure costs and give them really great prices. So anyway, I put her and Austin at Lame Hillbilly together, and they worked out a win-win situation. And I think Walrus Anglers Club is now going to be 15% more cost efficient, meaning bigger rewards for the holders, which is awesome. So I've got, one of these Walrus Anglers Club NFTs myself. I'll be giving away my other one. And I do plan on picking up an Ace Miner NFT. I'm watching the Ethereum price go down, and it's kind of a gamble. If they mint out, I'll be pissed before this happens. But Ethereum is down to like $1,200, and I think their mint price is 0.4 Ethereum or something. So that means it's cheaper now to mint one than it was when Ethereum was $2,000. So that's kind of been my strategy, and it's going to get me a deal on one of those. Anyways, super cool. I also have an Ace Miners hoodie, which is super badass. I love it. It's like the comfiest hoodie I actually have. On the inside, it feels like a fleece or something. I wear it with no shirt underneath. It's so soft on my skin. It's got this cool robot on the back. I actually was wearing that around Dubai when I went to Dubai for the Project 79 review, which, by the way, is coming out for the sacrifice period that is opening up. So let's jump over now to Project 79 updates. So they have their sacrifice window opening tonight at 10 p.m. I forget if that's UTC time, so it might actually already be happening, and we should know the percentage for the previous month. I won't spoil my review video coming out, but I'm taking a different spin on it from the other guys. Go check their videos. James Pelton, Drew Wolfer, Max Cashflow. They did just incredible videos detailing the supply chain process and everything we learned and saw there. And I don't want to be redundant. Go watch their videos. It's excellent. I don't use referral links for financial products because I think it's super risky in an unregulated space, especially for someone like me in the United States. So I'm not using a referral link, but use theirs. Not financial advice, but like I like those guys. They're awesome. Go use, if you like James, use his link. If you like Drew, use his link. If you like Max, use his link. There's also somebody else in the Hydro Whales community, T-Bra. And if you use his link, it goes towards a community donation for giveaways of Hydro Whale NFTs, which are amazing. And the Hydro Whales NFT holders not only get exposure to Bitcoin hashing power, but you also get a percentage of all of the businesses that they launch. That team is a bunch of serial entrepreneurs, and they're building so much like Project 79. So a portion of Project 79's profits go towards Hydro Whale holders. So that's awesome. I won't tell you guys the details yet of my video, but it's coming. I know so many people have been asking me when Project 79 video. It's been almost a month. I know. Now I've been talking with Sam, and because the other guys gave their reviews with that last sacrifice window, I wanted them to get, any referral commissions possible that they could, and I didn't want to jump in there and dilute that. And also their videos were so good, and I don't want to be redundant with that information, that I wanted to save some new fresh content for this next sacrifice window. And you'll see why when I release that video here in the next couple days while this window is going. So if you guys are trying to get into Project 79, like I said, use their referral links if you can. And it's $1,000 minimum to sacrifice to get into Project 79 in the sacrifice window. That happens for like 1 week out of each month. So if you don't get in that week, you have to wait another month before you can get in. And it helps them manage their costs so they know how much gold they can buy in the next batches that month. And it helps with managing that. Anyway, so check that out. If you have a Hydro Whales NFT, though, it's only a $500 minimum sacrifice to get in. And then if you've already sacrificed into Project 79, it also halves the minimum sacrifice amount, I believe. So if you have a Hydro Whales NFT and you've already sacrificed in a previous month, then you can actually sacrifice only a minimum amount of $250. So people who have Hydro Whales NFTs and who have already sacrificed in the past can DCA all the way down to $250 a month sacrificing into it, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, I won't say any more on that one. Go check that out. Let's see. We got a bunch of messages in here. I talk so much. I'm on zero sleep, so I'm a little loopy right now. I'm cracked out on caffeine out of my jumbo cup. A lot of people have commented, "Oh my God, that cup's bigger than your face." Yeah, it's bigger than my hand, my face. Look at this thing. It's a 15-ounce mug. Future Bitcoin millionaire right here. We are going to make it. Wag me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be millionaires, whether it's through Bitcoin or other crypto and entrepreneur real endeavors, get out there, go build a business, and start stashing away crypto. Not financial advice, but bear markets are when the real fortunes are made. From what I've seen, people getting in when it's super low, close to the bottom. Whether we're close to the bottom or even if we have a ways to go, if you accumulate and not only Bitcoin but some altcoins, and then they go like, if those altcoins go like 100 plus X, even just a couple of them in the next bull market, like that's how a bunch of people made their millions last bull run. All right, let's see. Suzanne said, Coyote was my best position as well. Very cool. Yeah, those of us who got in there early are sitting real pretty right now, and hopefully I continue to sit pretty. According to my projections, the value of my position should only go up all the way until the layer 1 blockchain is launched. So I'm going to keep holding all the way through, and if the price pops when they launch that blockchain, then I might take some profit and at least recoup my initial plus some. All right, let's see. I will see you also at the Diamond Hand Party, Suzanne. Yeah, it's going to be wild. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink a lot of coffee and green tea. So I'll be getting wild. I'll be swinging from the rafters with y'all. It'll be awesome. All right, we got Vino Mystic. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Good to see you. How does one get in on the the Walrus Anglers Club giveaway? What did I miss? Great question. Let me post this in the description below. I'm going to update this very quickly. Actually, let me post it here in the messages. There we go. If you guys can see that message, it is the gleam.io giveaway link, and there are multiple ways to enter. It's super, super easy to enter into it. You can enter in like 6 different ways, I think. Like you can visit their webpage. You can check out my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter or retweet my tweet about it, stuff like that. Join my Telegram server. And if you complete 6 of the tasks, you get a big bonus. You get like 3 extra entries into it. So if you complete every single task and you get that bonus, you get 10 entries into this. Now, not everybody does that. Most people enter in a couple ways, but some people do enter in all 10 and get all 10 entries. We are currently up to, here, let me show you. Boom. Here is the YaBonks Walrus Anglers Club NFT giveaway. We are up to 505 total entries. A lot of people have entered into this. And on Twitter, this has been blowing up. So this is going to be exciting when I pick the winner. One of the best parts about being like a DeFi influencer or YouTuber is just to be in a position where you can do giveaways, especially when they're sponsored by the project. Like Lame Hillbilly, he gave me this. I negotiated to get this NFT to give to one of my community and audience members. I try to do that as much as possible, where I try to get something for you guys because it's so much fun and it feels great to be able to give somebody something like this. And oftentimes the projects are, they go for it because it puts eyes on them and all that. And then somebody gets to win something cool. I remember when I gave away my MDB NFT, that thing was worth like $1,500 at the time. That was amazing. That person lost their mind. They were freaking out when I messaged them and emailed them, said, "You won. Let's do this." And I sent them that NFT. This one's also super exciting. It's worth $125 right now. And during phase 4 mint, which will be coming up in a couple weeks or months as they're closing out their minting entirely, they will be worth $200. And then after that, once they're cut off, then it's market price. So, if the floor price goes up on the NFT marketplaces, then it might get harder to get, like the Hydro Whales NFTs. I had been chasing those for so long, and I messed up during the mint, didn't transfer funds correctly. The mint closed before my funds went through, and then the floor price went to like $2,400. It was insane. So I try not to let that happen anymore. And if I really like a project and their NFT, especially these hashing power sharing NFTs, I love these models. I think they're super cool and a great way to get exposure to different proof of work cryptocurrencies and their hashing power, and have somebody else manage all of the ickiness with infrastructure and ASICs and everything that goes on in a business like that, which I don't have time to do. I don't want to do that. GPU mining takes up enough of my time as it is. Right now, it's not very profitable. Some people are saying it is becoming more profitable, though, so I'm going to have to check back in on my GPU mining setup and see if it might be making some profits these days. I might turn all my rigs back on. Anyway, these NFT hash rate sharing projects are super cool, and I'm trying to get at least one NFT from each of them, and then I'm going to be tracking my progress probably month to month, at least during these live shows. I'll give frequent updates and say, hey, here's how this one's doing, here's how this one's doing, and we can compare them, see which projects doing better. And also, I like to diversify, so if you have one of these, you're really relying on that team and that project and that business to succeed. And if one of them fails, I want to have multiple backups. So maybe only I lose 10% of my NFT hashing power portfolio, right? All right. So enough about that. I will pick the winner here at the end of the show. So I'm going to keep you guys waiting. If there's anybody still watching, I haven't been looking at any of the numbers, so I have no idea how many people are watching across all the different platforms. This is not being streamed to Austin's or Enrique's channels right now. It's just mine and some of my other social media platforms today, but people are going to be watching the rerun later. All right, let's see. Bachman said there was a Gleam giveaway. Yep, and I posted that in the comments, and it should be in the description of the YouTube video now. So refresh the page and check the description. It's in there. Son of a B, I have missed this. No, it's still going. You have 5 hours left to enter into the giveaway. So I left plenty of time, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to run the show for today until I loosen my voice, probably an hour or so. So the contest is still open. So get your entries in while you can and share it with your friends. Tell them this is about to end, and if they want a shot at winning this thing, to get in ASAP before I close it down and pick the winner. All right, we got Clash in here. Hey, what's up, Clash? Are you doing a second Project 79 video since your big trip? Yes, I am. So I'm going to be doing kind of like a review. It's not going to be super in the weeds. I'm going to try to keep it short, focused. I have it all outlined and everything, and it's going to be really to the point. Then I'm going to be doing an AMA with probably Sam and maybe Adam, and go over, how the trip went and how everything's been going since then and what they're doing with Ocean Money, which is coming out. That'll be a really exciting AMA. Their AMAs are awesome. So if there are any specific details you want to know about Project 79, go watch the AMAs Sam and Adam did with Pelton, with Max Cashflow. Check those AMAs out. They're so detailed. They really cover just about anything you can think of. So that those are great resources. All right. Clash said 8 p.m. I believe Eastern time. So in an hour and a half, that next Project 79 sacrifice window should be opening, and we should know what percent profit we get exposed to for participating over the past month. And the last like 2 months, it's been between like 6.5% and 7%, which is insane in the grand scheme of things. That's pretty wild. Again, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research on this stuff. Manage your risks appropriately. Don't go all in on stuff. Not financial advice. I know I can't even say that. But going all in on anything is super risky. And if you're wrong or something happens that you didn't expect, like look at FTX. Nobody saw that coming, really. I mean, maybe like I heard like one guy was questioning it beforehand, but like so many people didn't see that coming and they just got wiped out. So spread out your assets across multiple decentralized networks. This is my strategy. So I'm not telling you what to do, but what I do to minimize my risk is I spread out my assets across multiple decentralized networks in multiple assets on those networks and multiple different stable coins as well. So not just BUSD, but USDC, USDT. However, USDT right now, people are like, could be risky. They could be at risk, right? So there's always been questioning behind USDT and if they're going to collapse. And will it be the end of crypto if they do? I don't think it would be the end of crypto by any means. It might cause, a crazy dip or something like that for a time. But crypto and DeFi keep chugging along no matter what. At this point, the technology is out. The cat's out of the bag on crypto and DeFi tech, and it's going to be full steam ahead into the future. Projects and companies and tokens are going to come and go. Some are going to die by the wayside. Others are going to thrive. Maybe some will have their moment in the sun for a few weeks, months, or years, and then, fade into the distance. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're adaptive and agile and you stay on top of this stuff, you can kind of ride these waves around and build up a fortune, if you will, if that's what you're trying to do. Let's see. Rybear, another great community member. How's it going, Ryan? He said, did I win? Don't know yet. We'll find out in a little bit when I pick the winner. All right. Let's see. He said, are we giving out Bitcoin to... No, we're not. I am currently trying to get my hands on any Bitcoin I can at these levels. Obviously my personal household budget allocation for like investing and retirement and stuff is somewhat small, with everything we do with the animal sanctuary and stuff. So like of my personal household funds, we got like a little bit that goes into investing into this stuff, into crypto and DeFi, and also like 401k and stuff like that. So maybe one day we could retire. I'm trying to get all that Bitcoin. Look at this. I got a mug. This might show you my intentions here, but I want to be a future Bitcoin millionaire. I think it is a awesome decentralized network, and it is an asset classified in my country by the SEC as property, like real estate or whatever. So they can't say, oh, this is a security, you're breaking securities laws and regulations. Nope, not really, not with Bitcoin. And I can talk about Bitcoin. I could pump Bitcoin. I could say Bitcoin's going to the moon, and they can't do anything to me and other people because it's property. That I'd be like me saying this plot of land in Times Square is going to the moon. Yeah, probably. So I think Bitcoin's going to be going up in the grand scheme of things, up and up over time. It's deflationary, and it's never been hacked, and it's only gotten stronger. Lightning Network is incredible, and Bitcoin's going to have application layers. The transaction times and fees are getting comparable with the other stuff in like the EVM space, Ethereum space that we're used to. And I mean, a transaction on Bitcoin is way cheaper than a transaction on Ethereum these days. I mean, if I do anything on Ethereum, it's $10, $20 sometimes, and that hurts, right? And at times it was like $100, but I could do a Bitcoin transaction for a couple pennies these days. So that's pretty awesome. Anyway, I love Bitcoin. It's no secret. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you've been listening to me for the past 8-9 months or so, I've been talking about flare gas mining for this whole time. I've actually been talking about that with my core group of friends, my personal mastermind alliance that I have in from the real world. Great friends, had them for years, and we've talked about flare gas mining as being just like the most genius use of energy that's free out there. It's being burnt into the sky. Nobody can benefit from it because the cost to transfer that power over hundreds or thousands of miles of power lines is not profitable because of the attenuation of the power going through it by, because of the friction and the power lines. By the time it gets to the grid where it can be sold, it's not worth the expense to move it that far. It'll be a fraction of what it was when it was generated. So they just burn this into the sky, and these off grid regions across the world where they're drilling for oil and pumping oil out of wells. So that flare, those oil wells are just burning all the time to keep them active. It's just going into the sky. It's being wasted, and there's no good way to monetize that until proof of work DeFi stuff like Bitcoin and Kadena and Litecoin. These things make it possible to make profit and be a part of this revolution called decentralized finance. And these oil well owners can now participate in building out and supporting and maintaining these monetary networks that are decentralized and somewhat not in control by the central banks and governments. So that's amazing. And I think it's the future. I think all flare gas wells will go that route at some point because it's money on the table. It's low hanging fruit. And I'm actually partnering with a large DeFi project and business, real world business, that is going to be doing flare gas mining specifically for Bitcoin and other proof of work protocols, and expanding. They're going to be doing this all over. And I'm going to be, I'm such a believer in it. It's going to be one of the few projects I ever associate myself with. You guys know my first association in DeFi when I was very naive. I had no idea what I was doing. I was super risky. And, obviously my brand took a hit because that thing blew up. But Bitcoin flare gas mining, I think, is an infrastructure. It's going to benefit the whole world, whether it's this company or other companies doing it. It's a technology and an opportunity that is just waiting to be harvested. It's literally free resources getting burnt into the air. It's going to save energy. It's going to create wealth. It's going to secure monetary networks that are decentralized and owned by the people worldwide. So I don't know. It's super cool. I love that kind of stuff. And it's good for the environment. It's good for decentralized finance. It's good for people. And then they can also throw scrubbers on those things too and make sure no methane and other harmful things are getting emitted into the atmosphere. So it's also going to be great for reducing pollution and all that stuff. So cool stuff, guys. If you guys haven't heard of any of this, you should really go research flare gas mining. It's something I love. All right, enough about that. Disco Chuck, hey yo, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, man. Let's see who else we got here. Veterans AAR, hello. What are you talking about? A bunch of different stuff. I'm all over the map today because I don't have EAM and Austin to guide the conversation, so I'm just free flowing my thoughts. I've got the window open in here right now, and I've got like little like gnats and moths and stuff flying in because I got the lights on, the studio lights, and it's Florida, you know, bugs everywhere. So I got little, if you guys see something flying in front of the screen, it's because I have the window open and because it's so hot out here still. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with snow anymore since I moved to Florida. One of the best decisions I ever made, I think. So Suzanne said it's still early to get into Coyote. Yes, it is. It is still early in terms of their development timeline. Go check out how they're rolling that out. All right. That was my comment. Here is the Gleam link. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, it's in the description. If you're on Twitter, it should be in the comments. And here it is. It's also pinned to my Twitter profile. You can find this link there. If you're on Facebook, it should be in the comments now. If not, find it on Twitter. Actually, it's pinned to my Facebook. And then if you're on Twitch, I have no idea really how this restream stuff works on Twitch. So I've just been like letting it run on Twitch, and I don't even know really what's going on over there. All right. Disco Chuck, YaBonks will be tweaking on a few 5-hour energies. Black coffee, my friend. I brought the whole pot, and you can see how much damage I've done to it already. It's about to get wild in here. It was a 12-ounce pot of coffee, and I'm down to, a 12-cup pot of coffee, and I'm down to the last 2 cups plus whatever's in here. This is probably 2-cup. So I am like 8 cups of coffee deep. I didn't sleep at all. Like I said, I was in the animal emergency hospital all night and morning. Barely made it to this live stream, but pushed on through, and I'm here in good spirits. Thankful for the for Precious, my first rescued animal. She's the best cat in the world. She is all right, and I'm very thankful. It was a super scary night for us. All right, let's see. Ryan said Elgo, Casper, Clay, Aleph. All altcoins that a lot of people have, that I have heard at least. I'm not super deep into those myself, but like Elgo, for instance, is like 25 cents right now. Its all-time high was like $3.25. So a lot of upside potential there, but tech-wise and community-wise, business-wise, I don't know what these protocols are doing. So if you guys have information on that, you want to share here, why you guys like these tokens, why you don't, why you like these projects or companies, like let me know. I would love to hear your opinions on these things. It helps me learn because I'm so like nose to the grindstone. I have the blinders on when I'm working with a project on like an AMA or like an in-depth project review or code review. I am all in on that, and I don't have time or like the bandwidth to really learn about other projects like before I started doing this full time. And by full time, I mean like 16 hours a day minimum, 7 days a week, except for yesterday, Thanksgiving, I actually got a day away, like I said, to go do property maintenance work, cutting down jungle to give more pasture to the animals. We got Croc said, YaBonks sign. If you guys are a YouTube member, if you click join down there, if you're any level of membership, you get access to YaBonks specific emojis. Hey, it's super exciting. No, like the one is like Pepe type frog, I think, holding a YaBonks sign, and I also have like a goose coin, because if you guys didn't know, YaBonks, the name is named after my rescue goose, who I am soul bonded with. He's my best little goose friend. He follows me around everywhere. He attacks everybody else. He loves me so much, and I love him. And his name is Godric the Goose, but we call him Bonks. That's his nickname. He loves that word bonks. He loves B, like the B sound. So me and my wife named my YouTube channel after Bonks, and Bonks was taken, so YaBonks was the next best thing, and that's why I'm YaBonks. If you guys didn't know that already. Who else we got here? We got DC. Hey, how's it going, DC? Good to talk to you, man. I talk with DC all the time on different platforms. We got Suzanne saying, "Hey, Croc." Croc is a great member of my community as well. So is Suzanne. We got DC saying, Walrus NFTs, let's go. All right. Yeah, we got that coming. If you missed my speech earlier about it, make sure to rewatch that if you want, and get ready for the drawing of the winner here at the end of the live stream. Croc said, thanks for joining us. Yes, thank you everybody for joining us today, whether you're watching this live or on repeat later on. I appreciate all of you. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving here in the United States, and, in the spirit of humanity everywhere, thank you for, giving me support and attention and going on this DeFi journey with me. This is a crazy space. We are riding a roller coaster, and it's a lot better when you have other people that you know and relate to go on that journey with you. And I really appreciate all the friends I've made out here over the past year. So you guys are amazing. And everybody watching, even if you aren't active and, if you're not out here messaging me, or if you're not active in Discord or Telegram, but you're still watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Everything helps. If you guys want to like the video, that helps get this out on YouTube. It gets this out to more people, and every bit helps, me and my sanctuary and building up this thing I'm doing, and I really appreciate it. So, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join as a member, get into my private Discord community if you aren't in there already. It's a super cool place. We're all super tight in there. It's a great group. We love it. And it's so much good stuff. Memes, TA, people making a bunch of money on trading, sharing alpha, all that good stuff. All right. Croc has a call for us. Croc is calling the ETH/BTC merge in the next 5 years. That is a bold move, Cotton. Bold move. So, Croc, that is interesting. If that happens, I would be amazed. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen, but who knows? I think Bitcoin's going to be around for a long, long time, personally, decades and decades, unless, people talking about quantum computing, being able to crack, SHA-256 or whatever in a realistic time frame relevant to humans. I don't know if that's going to happen. It could, though. Humanity and technology is mind-blowing, and the innovations we've seen in not only my short lifetime, but over the past 100 years or so is, it's incomprehensible. It's hard to comprehend and understand what the hell humans have done, whether by themselves or through some help, either from aliens or God or all of the above. Who knows? Humans are crazy, right? To create things like electricity and the internet and global commerce, nation states, and all this stuff. And DeFi is the current latest wave in my head. I mean, there's so much tech. It's so hard to keep up with, especially like biotechnology and bioengineering. That stuff's wild. Probably super dangerous if you ask me on a global scale. Messing with genetics and stuff like that, and genetic pollution is something that terrifies me. If you you mess with the code, and then that code goes out and interbreeds with the native code, and all of a sudden you got these like synthetic mutant species out there altered by the hands of man artificially. Who knows what that I don't even know, man. And whatever you believe theologically with the consequences of that kind of thing, man, it's just wild. I don't even know. So if we get quantum computing before we destroy ourselves with bioengineering, then maybe somebody could crack Bitcoin. But quantum computing right now is very theoretical, pie in the sky kind of stuff. Not too many use cases at the moment at the scale and stage that's at. But it would be interesting if that comes about, and maybe it already has. If you've got your tinfoil hat on, who knows if quantum computing is running a giant AI overlord that's running all of these social media platforms and large institutions and the media that we are digesting through those things. Maybe that's happening. I don't really know. That's how I feel about the YouTube algorithm. I don't understand it. I'm assuming there's some quantum computing AI overlord controlling it all on an insane scale that we can't comprehend. But I'll take off my tinfoil hat. Now I can talk about that stuff all day. I love conspiracy theories. What else we got here? Croc said there's a couple large scale mining farms looking into flare gas for future builds. Yeah, awesome. Oh, Dirk, thanks for sharing a bit of your philosophy, keeping it real. Yeah, man, I can't help but share. Even if I sound crazy, I don't care. This is like who I am. Anybody who knows me in real life knows they would say I'm eccentric, but it's worked for me my whole life, and I love thinking outside the box and learning all these different viewpoints on things. And whether I have any hardcore beliefs in any of them doesn't really matter. I just love these thought experiments that we run and thinking of the implications. So, technology, I think, is amazing and miraculous, but it's also extremely dangerous and like playing with fire. And humanity does have to be careful, especially this these days when technology can be so powerful, it could literally wipe out humanity, back in the 40s or whatever, when atomic energy and atomic technology, nuclear stuff was discovered. Like that's when a lot of scientists and philosophers are like, oh man, we need to be careful with technology. We could wipe ourselves out. And now with the biotech stuff, it's like on a whole nother scale of crazy stuff people are doing all over the world. Freaks me out. That's why I'm way off grid, living out in the country, got guns everywhere. Just in case, who knows, zombies or robots or governments or gangs or whatever. I believe in personal sustainability, personal accountability, and self-defense and independence. I really love having an independent lifestyle as much as possible. We always have to interact with these systems these days. It's kind of hard not to, unless you're like a total off-grid hobo hippie type, living in like a, if you're doing that kind of stuff, more power to you. That's amazing. You're a survivalist, and I would love to hang out with you sometime. All right, let's see. Hey, we got Nat, Lady Boss Nat in the house. What did she's saying? Love fraction mining. Clash. I'm on the team over there. Actually, just recently joined as the communications manager. Great team in place. I agree, and congratulations on becoming the communications manager. That is amazing, Nat. It's been super rewarding and exciting to see your progress in the space. I remember when you first got into the DeFi communities, and it's we've been very close friends from the beginning, and I love seeing you doing so well and growing so much. It's really amazing. If you guys aren't already following Lady Boss Nat, check her out on Twitter. Go join Nat Chat, the Discord server. It's an awesome place. She's great, and she's like community leader in like everywhere these days. She's everywhere. It's awesome. All right, let's see. Here we go. Proc said there's a couple large scale mining farms. Yep, more flare gas stuff. Jim Beam. Oh, sure. Now Bonks is all for mining. You know, I've always been all about mining as well. Come on. When I first reached out to you, it was about mining. And I got into mining before I got into the DeFi crazy stuff, like all these application layer projects and protocols before I started playing around in this like really risky DeFi degen stuff with all the crazy projects that either pump and dump or were total Ponzi's or fly by night rug pulls. Like before I started messing with all that stuff, I was mining Ethereum and things like that and other coins that using different algorithms and stuff like that on my GPUs. And that was kind of a gateway into realizing that you can make real profit out here doing work, whether that's proof of work with mining rigs or actually working in this space, creating content, sharing information, building communities, building projects, writing code. There's so much opportunity in the DeFi space, as a lot of you know, but a lot of you might be new here and are looking for ways to make money and start a DeFi business. And it's totally possible. My advice is create value, put value out there, and eventually that value comes back to you many times over in surprising ways. And after enough of that consistently, you'll have a flow of value going out and coming in, and you can monetize that in different ways, in honest and genuine ways. You don't have to go the shady route like a lot of these rug pulls do. You can you could do your own thing, create your own business, do it your own way, and there's just so much opportunity in DeFi. It's amazing. Even in the bear market, check it out if you're doing like moderator work in Discord, Telegram, like there's opportunities everywhere. DC said, good luck everyone who entered Anglers Club NFT giveaway. That's right. We are up to 548 entries now. So about 50 more entries since I started this live stream. It's getting exciting. It's a lot of people involved in this giveaway. Going to be awesome. Lady Boss Nat said, hope everyone is having a great weekend. Good to see you, Alex. Good to see you too, Nat. I hope you're having a great weekend as well. Clash. All right. I went back a bit in the comments. Clash said, I hope it is fraction mining. I don't want to give away too much yet until some T's are crossed and I's are dotted, if you know what I mean. But yes. JE, is this Jed's? Anyway, he said, nah, that's the microdosing. How'd you know about that? What? I don't know if you guys have ever tried microdosing, but I'm all about medicinal mushrooms when used therapeutically in a very controlled manner. Do your research, read the medical literature and current studies on all of these things. But like personally, I love lion's mane, one of my favorite medicinal mushrooms. It helps with my memory. So sometimes I have bad auditory and episodic memory. It's just part of kind of being a little bipolar and high strung. I'm like here or here. I'm like normal or up, right? And part of that, if you know anything about this, that can actually affect your auditory and episodic memory long term over the course of your life. So I'm always trying to do natural things to try to boost my memory. Lion's mane increases like the dendritic, like the sheath that, like the myelin sheath that covers your neurons and dendrites and creates stronger neural networks in your brain, creating more robust memories and neural pathways. Also increases nerve growth factor, which also helps stimulate neurogenesis. Other things that help stimulate neurogenesis, exercise, playing an instrument, reading, learning new stuff, doing math problems, doing creative things, socializing, learning social skills, all that stuff increases neurogenesis. So if you ever feel like you're stagnating or deteriorating, there are ways in terms of like your lifestyle and what you're doing, you can increase neurogenesis. Then you can also take natural boosters. Do your research, everything, not medical advice at all, right? If you have a reaction to this stuff, like figure that out, not on my liability. All right. But anyway, I love lion's mane. I love I take a medicinal mushroom blend like chaga, reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail, all that stuff. Super it's had great effects on me over the past many years that I've been trying to get myself healthy and enhance my performance in my day-to-day life in a sustainable way. Also backtracking a little bit to what JE said. Now that's the microdosing. Microdosing is very interesting. So you can, psilocybin microdosing is very popular. These Colorado actually just recently legalized recreational use of different psychedelics like psilocybin and has approved it for medical uses as well. So people are actually getting treated for like alcoholism, addiction, PTSD, all sorts of different things using things like psilocybin, MDMA, ketamine, etc. Don't go getting addicted to drugs or anything like that. But I like the natural stuff. So if it grows out of Mother Earth, I think it's some kind of miraculous gift and miracle of life. So, cannabis, miraculous, psilocybin and psychedelic mushrooms, miraculous. Really interesting stuff. Now don't go like eating a bunch of mushrooms and getting in your car or anything like that, people. Be safe, be responsible, read the medical research and the latest studies on this stuff. Microdosing could potentially benefit like dendritic branching, creating more dendritic nodes on neurons and causing dendrites to go out and connect to other neurons in different and very interesting ways, and can break you out of that your normal cycle of thinking and put you into a state where, like I said, neurons might connect that might not have otherwise connected, and there could be potential benefits to that in terms of comprehension, intelligence, memory. Who knows? It's very new in the science world in terms of being studied. But there's some interesting stuff out there. It's a very it's in its like infancy, this realm of science, because of the government, at least here in the United States, was a little behind the times and was very prohibitive of researching these different industries and compounds, because they said, oh, any mind altering substance is banned at the federal level, and it's a Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3 substance, blah blah blah. And if you try to do science with this stuff, you can't. But recently things have been getting more progressive in that realm, allowing people to research this stuff and take their natural therapeutics into their own hands. So be careful, be responsible, all that stuff. But it's fascinating science, and I love science. I love reading studies on stuff like that. And one thing to note, microdosing isn't all fairies and unicorns and rainbows and magic fairy dust, right? It's not all it's not all good. There could be potential risks as well. So really look into this stuff. I think the 5-HTPB, I could have just totally botched that, but it's the whatever B serotonin receptor in some of your heart muscles, especially on one specific valve. If those get chronically activated long term, you can get a certain condition that would enlarge that valve and cause potentially heart murmurs and long term heart damage, which they have found with other prescription medications that had a high affinity for that certain receptor. I forget the name of the other medications that got taken off the market because there were some heart attacks and heart problems caused by that. But certain psychedelics that affect the serotonin receptors in your brain, they also affect them in other parts of your body, like your heart. And depending on which compound you're looking at, some have a stronger affinity, a stronger K value than others. So, like if you're looking at like LSD versus psilocybin, psilocybin actually has a stronger affinity than LSD for this stuff. So don't like. My advice is wait for more science to come out on that before you microdose every single day of your life, potentially exacerbating some issue that we don't know much about yet. There are studies kind of linking this and figuring out the affinity numbers for these compounds. That's an information dump, by the way. That's kind of what I do when you trigger something, JE. You triggered a neural network in here, and I wanted to get out all the information to you guys. So whatever you guys end up doing, you can make more informed decisions and learn about new things. If you didn't know this already, a lot of you probably do and probably know a lot more than me. But if you don't and you're thinking about this stuff, look into all these different aspects of it before you do anything, especially ingesting things that can alter your mind or body. Really understand the implications, potential complications that could go on with that stuff. Not medical advice. All right, there you go. So check that out. Lady Boss Nap. Love fraction mining, Clash. I'm on the team over there, actually. We saw that one. Yep. Croc, here we go. Talking about substance abuse. Roll on the floor laughing, Alex. Your coffee addiction is hilarious. It is hilarious. And that is why I shared openly, right? I am the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. And I have a hardcore caffeine addiction, as I'm sure many of you do too. It's one of the most addictive substances in the world and one of the most abused drugs in the world. So let's see. We got so many of you guys. Oh man. All right. So here we go. Who else takes lion's mane? Suzanne says, I take lion's mane every single day. Thanks to you. You're welcome. And I'm glad to hear it's been going well for you. It had a noticeable effect after a couple days and weeks for me as well. And I really learn a lot better in terms of comprehension and retention when I am on lion's mane. Now, just Serenity, man. Serenity said, Dr. YaBonks. Yeah, I was actually studying for medical school. Even though I'm a computer science engineer, I already got an engineering degree. I wanted to pivot in the last couple of years and go to medical school because I love the human body. It's the most fascinating machine. It's just incomprehensible, really. I mean, anybody who says they fully understand everything about the human body is lying to you. Nobody truly understands every single thing. There's so many mysteries, on so many different levels, whether that's, physiology or biochemistry. It's just insane. Chemistry, like all the stuff that's happening in our bodies is miraculous. And I'm so fascinated by it. I've actually got all of the medical textbooks that you would buy if you went to medical school. And I was going through those for quite a few months there studying for my MCAT. And then I became a DeFi YouTuber. I don't know what the hell happened. It happened fast. My DeFi interest and addiction just completely took over. And I put the medical studies to the side because I see so much potential in this business that I think I could set myself and my family, my wife, and I, and our nonprofit animal sanctuary up for life with financial independence and never having to worry about, hey, where are we going to get the money to cover this vet bill for, Precious, like last night? Like, where are we going to get this $800? Oh, we got to work more. And that's how we've been, working multiple jobs to fund everything. Anyway, I think there is more opportunity there than me going to 8 to 12 years of medical school and rotations and internships and all of that. I think that's so much debt that would be incurred that I would have to dig myself out of until my 50s. But with the DeFi space and crypto world and entrepreneurialism, I have seen and I have met and I have made friends with people who have made literal fortunes in months, in a couple of years, in a short amount of time. In the grand scheme of things, I have seen people make millions of dollars from just from nothing, basically, from a couple $1,000s or from just their own sweat equity. I have seen people do it. I've met them. I've talked to them. It's the gold rush, the modern day gold rush. Get out here, start selling shovels. You know what I'm saying? If you have any entrepreneurial motivation or desire, like, this is the space to really thrive. All right. All right. I have ADD and ADHD hardcore, by the way, so I am all over the place. Crack said, I just like giggling like a fourth grader for hours when I eat shrooms. I know what you mean, man. I haven't macrodosed in quite a few years, but I have had some hardcore giggle fests in my day. You know what I'm saying? Ryan said, Lion's Mane. Yeah, man. Croc said, the body buzz is amazing. It's something else, that's for sure. Unlike anything else, really, in terms of human experiences, it's a very unique thing. Bachman said, yeah, I take something called Genius Consciousness every day. It has all that stuff in it. I've heard of that. I've seen it on Amazon. I've actually wanted to try it myself. So thank you for the recommendation. On my next cycle of medicinal mushroom compounds, I might try out that brand and see how I react to it. Suzanne said, yep, and the blend too. Yeah. So the medicinal mushroom blend that I mentioned earlier with like turkey tail, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, all that stuff. DM me if you're interested in that. I can send you a link to where you can get it on Amazon. I've been taking it for a few years now, that, and then I rotate in different lion's mane supplements because lion's mane had the highest amount of effects on neurogenesis between 3 grams and 6 grams of an extract made using a dual extraction method, using hot water extract and alcohol extract to get the lion's mane extract. And actually, there are 2 unique compounds that have neurogenesis effects in lion's mane, aracinines and haracinones, I think. The one that starts with an H is in the fruiting body only, and the one that starts with an E, the aracinones, I think they're called, are only in the mycelium. Now, a lot of people, when you're dealing with medicinal mushrooms, will say you only want the fruiting bodies. That's where all the good stuff is. Not so with lion's mane. Lion's mane actually has 4 times the amount of neurogenesis promoting compounds in the mycelium. The aracinones, or whatever they're called, with the E, is 4 times more potent in terms of neurogenesis and stimulating brain development than the haracinones, or whatever, that start with an H, in the fruiting body. So for lion's mane supplements, you actually want the mycelium. And so when you're doing your consumer research on which products to try, just know that you can verify everything I just said in the medical studies. All right, let's see. Dude, sorry, everybody, for the crazy tangents, but this is what happens when Enrique and Austin leave me to my own devices. Hour and a half of rambling about mushrooms and flare gas mining. whatever. Yeah, so Bachman says helps him focus better, and the blend has caffeine in it. Also, yeah, I add in my own caffeine on the side, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Down Home Crypto Serenity. By the way, Serenity is one of my favorite up and coming YouTubers out here. If you aren't already subscribed to his YouTube channel, please go subscribe to his channel. It's awesome. He puts in so much work and effort and research in his videos. They're super educational. You'll love his content. And he said the DeFi space is going to change the world forever, and all of us that are here now are the pioneers. Absolutely. And I love leaving these videos out here for people in the future or aliens in the future to look back and be like, oh, so this is what happened. And maybe one of my videos might be an artifact of historical significance at some point. That'd be pretty cool. Rybear said Paul Stamets is a great springboard for mushrooms, especially lion's mane. I agree. And I sometimes cycle the Stamets stack, the Stamets protocol, they call it. But again, I listen to my body when it comes to those things. And I don't do like the Stamets protocol often, maybe once every couple of years if I get the inkling to do so. However, I do run lion's mane and the other medicinal blend around almost around the clock year round. I do take a couple weeks or months off here and there just to bring myself back to homeostasis and make sure I am still a normal functioning human without it. All right. Rybear said cacao is also really great with mushroom supplements. Yeah, cacao's amazing. So much research behind that, and it's delicious too. So check that out. Kind of chocolatey goodness. And then Serenity. And cacao is not cocoa, by the way. It can become cocoa later on, but cacao is like the very raw form of it, and it has super high amounts of different phytochemicals that have beneficial effects on the body. Make sure you know what you're doing. Test it out first. Not my medical advice. So we got Serenity saying, thank you so much for the call, brother. Of course, man. I appreciate your support. You've been here with me for so long now. We've been following each other, and I appreciate all your support over these many months. Rybear, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. He said, laughing out loud with tears in their eyes. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Let's see. We got Clash saying, when YaBonks merch. Man, dude, I'm so bad sometimes at keeping up with some of those items that fall down to the wayside on the to-do list. Lady Boss Nat has been asking me for like a high def updated picture of myself and my goose to put on some t-shirts and sweatshirts and merch. I'm sorry, Nat. I will get that to you eventually. If you guys didn't know, Nat runs a merchandising company in the real world, and they have like very high quality prints. It's not like screen printing. It's some advanced the next like technology up from that is just super cool looking stuff. So reach out to her, go check out her merch store and the cool stuff that they make there. It's very high quality stuff. Speaking of Nat, thank you, YaBonks. I love you, man. I love you too, Nat. Love seeing your success as well. Thank you for always being such a great friend, person, and so supportive. To the top we go, love. Absolutely. A rising tide raises all ships, and I think that's what our strong community that we've been building out here is doing for everybody. All the good actors in the space, the people who mean well, even if we make mistakes sometimes, because we're learning and we're human. The people who are authentic and mean well, I love seeing us all kind of raise each other up, help each other out. And Croc said, I wish I had an ounce of your positivity, Nat. Yeah, Nat is known for her extraordinary positive attitude, and it's a breath of fresh air in this bear market. I'll tell you what. So DC said fraction mining looking very promising. I agree. I am super excited about that project personally, and I do have a conflict of interest and a bias in saying that. So I want you to all know where I'm coming from. I do believe in flex mining hardcore, and that is why I am looking at doing something with fraction mining, because they are kind of spearheading that in this space. Looking forward to seeing where that goes. LBN is a goddess. Yes, she is the positivity goddess of our circle of DeFi. Let's see. Croc. Hey, I lived the van life for 8 years and loved it. Then Miss Croc came into the picture. LOL. Man, I can relate to that. When I first met Kelly, my wife, I was all about buying as much land as possible and just throwing up like a Home Depot or Lowe's style shed, like the kind you would buy in their parking lot, like putting that on like 20 acres and just living in it with like a cot and a bucket, you know what I'm saying? And trying to like grow my own food and living off the land, off grid. But my wife was like, "Oh hell no. Are you kidding me? I want an actual house." So we compromised, and instead of 20 acres, we got 5, and instead of a shed, we got like a nice small little cute house. And you know, we live you know, a little pretty quaint, humble life here, and it's wonderful. And 5 acres, for the record, is way more land than I expected, even though my dad had like 70 acres when I was growing up, but the family farm got liquidated at one point. Anyway, long story, tragic, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I've always wanted to own my own land since then, since the family farm went poof into, you know, poof out of existence. And now I've got my own family farm again, and a 15-year life goal was achieved when my wife and I bought this property using the bank's money, right? And I'm going to be paying that down till I'm like 60 something years old. But technically, I got the deed to these 5 acres, and trying to maintain this property and build out this animal sanctuary has been a monumental effort. So much physical labor and mental labor, financial strain, and everything. But it's been amazing. I wouldn't change it for the world. Being able to, you know, walk around my property and think like, you know, I own this. And I say I own this with quotes because like, who really owns land, right? Like it's kind of like God's gift to all his creatures. And we're just kind of borrowing it for a time in the legal sense. That's how I look at it. So since I'm borrowing this in the legal sense for hopefully the duration of my lifetime, I feel super blessed to be able to experience life day to day out in nature. It's unlike anything else. I love it so, so much, even though I am a techno geek living in the Matrix with you all. So, again, thanks for joining me on this wild journey. Nat, you're so sweet. She loves us all. DC, right back at you too, man. And Croc said, "Oh man, my van was laid out, fully custom. Miss those times. Dang, you had a custom van too." My one buddy did the van life for a bit, and he loved it. He had a custom tricked out van, like a little mini house on wheels. So cool. And Croc also said, "I can honestly say being able to drive all over the country at will and day trade with your door open, overlooking the Grand Canyon, great times, or high up on a mountain in Colorado." Dude, you're giving me the wanderlust. I want to go out and travel now that I've had a taste of traveling. When I went to Dubai, it struck something in me. I've never really traveled, and I'm 34 years old, and I have balls and chains, not just my wife, but these animals that have promised to steward and care for their entire lives. So, like, I probably won't be able to travel until at least my 50s, That is the projected lifespan of the animals we've currently rescued, but I don't think we'll ever really stop. So my only way, if I ever want to travel the world someday, is to build a business or multiple businesses so big that I can automate the management and care of the animals at the sanctuary with employees. And hiring employees at a nonprofit is a tricky thing. You really have to have fundraising and donors and a lot of support. And we're just getting started in terms of fundraising and figuring all that out as a nonprofit, but we've been funding it ourselves. So I am going to become a millionaire through my businesses and entrepreneurial endeavors, and then I will funnel that into the nonprofit, hire people to maintain it while I maybe go on vacation and see the Grand Canyon one time in my life. That would be super cool. Oh man, Serenity, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the super chat. Give the animals some extra treats for the holidays. I will. Thank you so much. They got a lot of fresh pumpkin, which, like the pigs, it's the funniest thing when you throw a pumpkin into the pig pasture and it breaks apart into chunks, and then the pigs run up all excited, grab a chunk of pumpkin and run off into the woods. It is hilarious. And everybody has been getting special treats for Thanksgiving, and yeah, thank you so much. Crack said, automated technology is evolving so quickly, you might be able to fully automate the care of the animals one day without having to worry about employee neglect, abuse, etc. You raise really good points. That's something we're totally freaked out about. Even using our own money to hire somebody freaks us out because of the liabilities. If one of my 250-pound rescue pigs, who like Scarlet, for instance, is a tank. She is a beast of muscle and speed and strength. She's a force to be reckoned with. And she has some tusks. If she wanted to, she could your leg or bite you and take you down and really mess you up. So she's like half wild hog, and she's huge and super athletic. And if you get somebody untrained or naive or somebody who doesn't stay aware of their surroundings, they could get messed up in there. And like, we're super hesitant to hire somebody to help us care for the animals because of that. We don't want to get sued for somebody getting hurt on the property, which is a thing that happens in the United States. If somebody is working for you and they get hurt on your property, they can potentially sue you and potentially win, in which case, like, you could face like hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees. And then next thing you know, your nonprofit animal sanctuary goes under because of that. And so we're like, risk management wise, we would have to really, really trust somebody to do that and really know them well enough that they would be able to handle themselves and that they have a good relationship with the animals, that we would trust them to be with the animals without us present. Great point, Croc. Okay, here we go. Here's an idea. Raider number 42 said, upload the goats to the metaverse. Problem solved. Fantastic idea. Might have to take you up on that and get a metaverse project going and upload some digital representations of the animals here. That'd be kind of funny. And I think that would be awesome. So Croc said, everyone is Sue happy in 2022. Yeah. Heck, everybody's Sue happy in the United States. But yeah, especially with the FTX thing going on, man, people are getting wild out here. It is ridiculous. Now, we have been talking for an hour and 43 minutes, everybody. Let's do this giveaway contest. I think we talked about enough really interesting stuff here today. One other piece of news I did want to mention about MDB, which is I am very heavy in MDB, and I know a lot of you are in it as well. They have released Xenia 2.0, their financial DApp, and they have released the auto farms that auto compounds your LP farming positions, which is amazing. And right now, I shouldn't even tell you guys this. The whole community is going to get pissed at me because they're getting crazy yields right now while the TVL is super low. But the MDB/MDB plus APY is off the charts. If you guys know anything about liquidity farming and stuff like that, when a farm first starts and there's low liquidity, but the rewards are super high, like the first people that get into them make stupid yields and rewards. Not financial advice. It could have already balanced out, and this might be not up to date. I don't know, but check it out. Go in their Discord and see what other people are saying. But some people were saying they were making stupid amounts of money when this first launched like a day or two ago. So the yields are super juicy on this farm right now. I am super deep on this farm. I'm not in the auto one yet, but I got like one of my biggest positions is like $4,000 in that farm, right? And this thing's printing. This thing's been consistently printing MDB for me for months now, and I've been just like rolling it back into this and growing it. So MDB is one of my biggest positions. I'm up quite a bit on it, and I'm just kind of rolling everything back in. I'm thinking about maybe taking some profits out of that here and there, and also EMP, my Sentinel Squadron NFTs, which you guys saw me FOMO into live, is also doing awesome. So I got 9 of them, if you remember. And like today, I just logged on and I've got $8.50 of eShare and almost $8 of MDB just sitting here. That's awesome. So that's like $16, $17 of eShare and MDB, which I can then go stake my eShare in maybe the single staking eShare pool or the reactor, or sell it for BNB or something like that, or BUSD. And then my MDB, I bring it back here, and I stick it in the farm, right? And this thing is not financial advice. I don't want to sound too moon boyish because I want you guys to all understand my biases on when I'm holding bags, right? So I try not to pump my bags when I'm on camera or doing anything really out here influencing folks. But I want you to know I got bags there, but it is very exciting. I did an AMA with Danny about Xenia 2.0 and all the cool stuff that they're doing there, all the opportunities, like the Phoenix Plus thing that auto puts you back into it when you get infernoed out. Anyway, their community right now on Discord is going crazy. They're in a fervor over all these new things that they've rolled out there. A lot of people getting some mad gains, specifically here and on Phoenix Plus right now. Jesse Eckel out a Phoenix Plus video, and the price has been going crazy. The APY is stupid on Phoenix Plus. Learn how it works so before you just blindly ape in. Not financial advice, yada yada. Do your own research. Now let's talk about this guy, this Walrus Anglers Club NFT. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, Crack. He said you're showing your wallet, brother. Yeah, I do. I've been showing my wallet forever. I don't really care. I'm transparent out here, so whatever. I do that on purpose. Raider number 42 said, I've been here for 5 minutes, so I should win. Valid point. DC said, thought about training your pigs to truffle hunt. Lucrative. Truffles are a delicacy. Now, Raider number 42 said somebody made 13% in 8 hours on MDB BNB farm. I know, or MDB, MDB/MDB plus farm. I know, I saw that people were making 10+% in a day, 12, 13%, 8 hours. Like you were saying, some of the numbers people were showing were insane. Still 14 million APY. That's awesome. Sorry, MDB community. I just revealed that secret. I know a lot of you were hoping to milk that thing for a while longer. So the people who watch this will probably dilute that a bit and bring those, rewards to a more realistic level once everything kind of evens out. All right, DC said, thought about training your pigs to hunt for truffles. Yep, exactly. I would love to do that, but my pigs, they're interesting characters. They're like emotional toddlers, and sometimes like adolescents. And no, I wouldn't trust them professionally. Their lives are meant to be out here to be spoiled we're not going to put them to work or anything like that. They get to lay in the sun, eating treats and getting belly rubs all day. That's what we promised them when we took them out of their horrific nightmare situations that they were in. And now they get to live the good life in the Florida sun. Rybear said, any LP farming on Avalanche with BTC.B. I am not at the moment. No, I will check into that though. And then Croc said, gotcha. Didn't know if you want to say private. Nope. I do think privacy is very important in DeFi, and I'm a big proponent of things like Monero. I think it's not great that Tornado Cash was targeted, because I think there is a legit use case for it in terms of just like personal privacy, away from the prying eyes of government and large agencies. And I think people should have privacy for banking and, managing their money. Now, with my whole business out here, I'm super transparent with what I do. I show you guys my positions and everything like that. I always have. It helps me stay honest, really, and accountable for stuff. So that way, like you guys saw my MDB position, my conflict of interest there and why I have a bias towards MDB positively. And it's because, I like the project, first off, and the team. But second off, I've been doing really well in it, and I want it to see continued success. And I want you guys to know what all influences me saying such things, so you can make the most informed decision based on where you gather your information from, whether it's on YouTube or white papers or Discord or Telegram or wherever, or Twitter. I want you guys to understand all the information coming out of me and what influences it. DC, thumbs up. And yep. So what else is cool, DC, is this guy. Let's pick the winner. I'm gonna draw the winner here, but before I do that, I don't want to show it because it'll show their first and last name as well as their email address. And I don't want to dox anybody, because that's not cool, and it's illegal in the United States to dox people if they don't want to be doxed. So let's see right here. If you are on the Gleam page, let's refresh it. So we got about 550 entries, and I am going to pick the winner now. If you refresh that page here shortly, it will show the winner's avatar picture on there, and maybe their Twitter handle. So I'm going to draw a winner. All right. Drum roll, everybody. And oh, okay. Entry number 469. It's a lucky number right there. I am going to announce the winner in. Here we go. If you go to the page, let's see. All right, I have done it. Let's refresh. Hold on. Let me double check, make sure that worked. Okay, I have announced the winner, but it hasn't updated yet. But the winner, drum roll, brrr, how long can I keep you guys here watching? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it does help. Michelle. That's all I'm going to say. I won't say last names or email like that. But Michelle, congratulations. You have won. And I know who you are. I saw you on Twitter when you entered the contest. So congratulations. I will email you and also DM you on Twitter, and you'll be able to cross-reference my email and my Twitter DM. Be very careful. You might get impersonators messaging you, pretending to be me. all I'm ever going to ask for to give you this NFT is just your EVM compatible wallet address. I will never ask for your seed phrase, personal information, anything like that. I will only ask for your wallet address. And if for some reason Michelle doesn't respond to me in a reasonable amount of time, I'm talking days or weeks, if she doesn't respond, I'll pick a different winner, but I think she'll respond. It's super exciting. So congratulations. You have won the Frozen Walrus NFT. Let me show again what you just won. This beautiful creature right here that will give you a share in Kadena mining hashing power, potentially with some other stuff as well. So congratulations. That's super exciting, Michelle. Now, like I said, I'll reach out to you, and I have I think I have some other giveaways lined up. I have to double check. I got tons of my to-do list to stay on top of stuff is crazy. So I got to see what other giveaways I've been lining up, and I'll pick whichever one I think is most relevant for my next giveaway, which I'll probably pick the winner on this show. I like to let them run for at least 7 days, at least a week, so everybody kind of gets a chance to hear about it and enter in if they want to. So yeah, congratulations, Michelle. That's Raider number 42, man. He said, just because I didn't enter doesn't mean I shouldn't win. Congratulations, Michelle from Serenity and Croc and everybody out here. DC, Bachman. Awesome. So this is super exciting. Thank you guys for watching. I should probably wrap it up. I'm almost to 2 hours now. And like I said, I did not sleep for a single minute last night because I have been in the emergency animal hospital taking care of a medical emergency with one of the rescued animals here. So I'm exhausted. I need to go catch up on some other work. I've got, my Project 79 video. I got to finish up for this sacrifice period that should be opening up in the next 20 minutes, I think. So check that out, Project 79 Sacrifice window. I'll be posting a short review of how I was affected by my trip to Dubai with everything that happened there and what my thoughts are on that. I'm withholding right now because I don't want to spoil my video. I want to leave something cool in there for you guys to watch. It'll make some good content and make for some fresh content for this sacrifice period. And I've got a video coming up for Truth Seekers. I know a lot of you are in Truth Seekers already, and they have, I think I want to say they're launching in December, like December 2nd or something like that. Anyway, I am friends with Dow King. I've been friends with him for a long time since I got out here, and I talk with him all the time. Anyway, I'm going to be working with him and the Truth Seekers team to do some content. I'll make a video and maybe do an AMA later on and keep you guys updated with how that's going. It's a very interesting thing that they are creating there. And then I'm also doing, I have some other AMAs lined up coming down the pike right now. You'll see those. I will post some teasers about the other AMAs that you'll be seeing here shortly. It's all super cool, exciting stuff. I love that people are still building in this bear market. People say DeFi is dead. I have to disagree. I think DeFi is alive and well, and FTX and that whole debacle, I think, only pushed more people into DeFi. So those, CeFi people who trusted their, who trusted third-party custodians to manage their crypto have probably effed around and found out what that really looks like in a worst case scenario, like, an exchange going belly up and all your funds becoming unwithdrawable. So, God, I feel bad. Some people lost so much. So I feel for everybody who lost money there. And there's always hope. You can always make more money and rebuild. And hopefully, this pushes more people to DeFi, to self-custody of their funds on decentralized network in a diversified manner across multiple wallets, multiple accounts on multiple blockchains, things that they trust and research and stay on top of. That way, if you do suffer a catastrophic loss in any net, if there's like a new exploit that we never saw coming, if a coin is no longer stable and collapses, hopefully you're only exposed maybe 10% of your portfolio, and then it doesn't hurt as much, and you can recover and keep going on, without too much pain or too much of a slowdown in your progress. All right, everybody. So, Suzanne, great point. True Seekers launching on Coyote Swap. Exactly. I'm super excited about that collaboration between True Seekers and Coyote. That's going to be super cool. And True Seekers, yep. And thank you so much, Ryan. Even though he didn't win, he says he still loves my digital content. Thanks, man. I put a lot of time and effort into this stuff, and I love doing this. I love making content, and even more so, I love talking with all of you and making all these friends out here. So everybody else, Suzanne, get some sleep. I agree. I need to sleep ASAP. Serenity, get some sleep. Yep. Croc, take it easy. Appreciate the stream, brother. Of course, anytime, man. I'm so glad you join me every week. You guys are all awesome. Seriously. DC says, get some rest. I will. I'm going to sleep like a rock tonight. Good vibes. I'm probably going to sleep more than 4 hours tonight. Normally, I sleep 4 hours or less because I work so much and I can function like that. But going complete 0 minutes of sleep, I do need to recuperate and sleep probably 6 to 8 hours. Let's go True Seekers. Yep. And absolutely. And Ryan said, but are Tomb Forks still alive? Yikes. EMP still going. So, there are actually some Tomb Forks that are still doing their thing, still rewarding people in the farms and in other creative ways. EMP, Champion, Frozen Walrus. There's a whole bunch of them. Bomb Money, they recently had a bunch of new stuff come out. A whole bunch actually. Tombfork's still going, so it might not be like when Tomb and all that was happening and people were just making stupid money hand over fist, as millions and billions of dollars are flowing into the TVL of these projects. But it's still, things are still going. Look around, be smart, be strategic. Like I said, don't go all in. Not financial advice. Take care of your capital, protect your capital at all costs. Don't blow up accounts like I've done in the past in multiple different trading environments. I've gotten a little bit better. Oh yeah, one of actually my favorites, Dex Finance, still going. It's interesting because I don't even think of them as a Tomb Fork anymore because they're so different now with the stuff that they've done and how their model is unique. But yeah, it is a seigniorage protocol that's still going. And those auto strategies, those auto vaults are pretty cool. If, by the way, you are looking to get into Dex Finance, not financial advice, blah, 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 I have a strategy built into the Vaults Plus, the auto strategies. It's called YaBonks Degen. It's super high risk, super degen, but it basically puts you 90% into the like Dex share / BNB LP farm and like 5% in USDC, US Dex / USDC, and 5% in just pure Dex share single stake. And it auto compounds, and you're allowed to take a profit percentage. And I set the profit at 30%. That's the max profit you can set it to. So I got this thing farming the highest yield thing to the max, and then it's taking the highest amount of rewards as profit. It's a very degen mercenary like strategy. So if you're into that kind of thing, follow the YaBonks degen strategy at Dex Finance. Not financial advice, super high risk. Only use disposable income that you're willing to potentially lose, because who knows what's going to happen. But I have been making some money there on autopilot. It's so autopilot, actually, I forgot about it until Bachman reminded me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that thing's just been chugging along. So that's super cool that it's gotten to that point where they've automated their farming strategies now like that, and you could get in on the YaBonks degen strategy if you want. If my strategy gets enough TVL into it, it could potentially get a reward boost, which means everybody who's using that strategy would get additional rewards on top of what you would normally get from the farms and single stake. So yeah, Bachman said correct. They're very different. All right, everybody, I got to go. We're over 2 hours now, and I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to each other. Take care of yourselves. Wherever you are in the world, give thanks for the good things in your life. Take care of yourselves and your families. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Tune in next week, next Friday, and keep an eye out for all my upcoming content. Follow me on Twitter at YaBonks Official. Follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd be so kind. Like this video, share it if you would. It helps the YouTube algorithm, which helps me build this business, which helps me fund my nonprofit animal sanctuary and my own life here. And I have a plan and will keep going as a future millionaire, and I will hit these goals come hell or high water. You will have to kill me dead to stop me. And I'm going to keep building and doing this thing that's so cool, and eventually create the greatest animal sanctuary the world has ever known. I want 5,000 acres of land with thousands of rescued animals on it. I want to create a paradise with like generational type wealth, in like a trust fund where it's just funding this for time immemorial, long after I'm gone. So that's my long-term goal here in life. I haven't really shared that with y'all, but that's what I do. I want to go from 5 acres and 30 animals to 5,000 acres, or even 1,000 acres and 5,000 animals. I want to go to that scale in the thousands of acres and the thousands of rescued animals, taking animals from the worst situations you could ever imagine, abuse and neglect and torture and stuff. And I want to get them into a happy place with good people that love animals and take care of them and can give them a good, happy rest of their lives. So that way they can remember that life ain't so bad. Sometimes you just got to look for the good things and appreciate them. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.